Thanks for watching Film Buff, really, honestly. It's fucking great. Alright.
How's it going, guys? My name is Film Buff. Alright, man, so it's time for episode 3. First of all, I would like to thank all my amazing patrons. You guys are absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much for your kindness. I really appreciate the support. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you. All right, man. Quick recap. It ends off by David, tapping into this ability of his, kind of like Cerebro and Professor X. He was able to pinpoint Amy in that moment in time, and that she's in danger. She's in danger. She's been taken. So let's see how that plays out. Beginning of the episode, the first half of the episode was all about getting into David's memories and trying to go through them and see and check out the moments where it was kind of out of place or something. Moments in time that might have been his ability being triggered. They encounter some things in there. This story about the angriest boy in the world, and he can't see his dad's face. And Patanomy thought there was glitches in the memories, stuff missing, stuff being blocked out. He even felt that David was resisting him. So let's see how that moves forward. All in all, it was just another fantastic episode of the show. So I'm super excited to continue. Let's do it, guys. Episode 3. Oh, it's a different angle of the shot.
Wow. Freeze.
So I was right. You're not just a telepath. You can control objects with your mind.
Control may be an overstatement.
What we're seeing here is raw power.
David, are you okay?
Lenny's just helping herself.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, that can't happen.
Don't touch me.
She didn't know about the drug.
Unhand the reptile, space captain.
Space Captain. Was his name Patanomy? Oh, blocked out again.
I don't know. He's resisting again.
David.
It's not me.
Ooh.
What is it?
You can't, you don't see him?
See who? Who's there?
Dude, Yellow Eyes.
Alright, take us back.
Okay, he has another being attached to him or something.
Safer distance.
Oh shit.
Stop fighting me. I'm not.
It's the other thing, man. It's Yellow Eyes.
Did you know the equatorial diameter of the Earth is 12,750
X.
kilometers?
No. We're out. This is right now.
He moved them.
Listen to me, David.
I didn't...
Yes, this was you. There was something you didn't want us to see.
Melanie, we were in the memory cube. Somehow we teleported 3 of us 600 feet through 2 solid walls. What are you?
Special. Really special.
Look, just to be completely, I did, when we switched, I did.
Well, that's okay.
I did the same thing.
What?
No, I didn't.
I'll be right outside, okay?
Okay.
Oh, that's cute. Damn, she's giving her the stare, man. What was that?
Some hormone readings.
And with a cry, he chopped her head.
Kind of sounded like someone else there.
Malfunction detected. Malfunction detected. Malfunction detected. Malfunction detected. Malfunction detected. Malfunction detected. Malfunction
Schizophrenia. He does it.
The visions.
Oh,
said
he
was
took
sick.
Sid.
They locked him up. So you said nothing.
I'm not tough. A tough person. You can ask anybody. So this, you.
Oh, the eye.
Leeches. I mean, if I get a paper cut, I have to lay down. So if I do, I'll tell you.
So I'm gonna do this alone.
He just wants her to be safe. Dude, shit's about to get real. Some lens flare going on. What? What? Dude, I'm trying to think something here. I'll talk about it. I'll talk about it in the post-episode discussion.
I lied to people and
God damn, that's a gorgeous shot right there.
stole.
We all did things.
I am not your camera.
So David's not present in this,
David
like his.
would be here. Isn't that how it works?
He's
No.
here. The sedation keeps his rational brain from being here. The child is the part of his mind that's still awake.
Hi.
He's
You
such a
can
cute
touch him if
kid.
you want to. Your power doesn't work here. Not without your physical body.
It's like a lucid dream almost.
Guys, I think something's coming. Did you see that?
See what?
There was a flash and I saw David. I don't think that we should be here. Behind you!
What? What did you see? Okay. Get us out.
So how come only Sid can see this?
I can't.
David!
Oh, we're going anamorphic for this.
David! In here? David, come here! David, it's okay. It's just me.
Oh, there's Dad. You can see his face. Oh.
Are you okay? Let me see.
It's fine, it's fine.
It's okay. It's not real. It's just a memory. They can't hurt you.
I'm not so sure those are memories. David? David?
Yeah, it's like something's going on in those memories. That's...
Why won't he wake up?
Alright guys, episode 3. Man, so that episode really had me thinking of Yellow Eyes, you know, this being of, you know, I'm not even sure what the hell he is. He's just like, you know, I have a few theories. There's a few things that kind of clicked this episode in terms of Yellow Eyes. Now, at the end, it was clear that he was trying to hurt that lady. Fuck, man, it's 3 episodes in. I still can't remember her name, but, you know, he was actively trying to, you know, go after her. Now, that was just in the memory, you know, and she, you know, once she comes to, Ptolemy's like, whoa, 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 you're fine. It was just a memory. But you could see in her face for the first time, she was like really rattled. Like she, that, you know, something crazy has just happened. She's never experienced this, you know, in someone's memory. It was clear the way she was acting and like the way, the look on her face. And to her, it felt so real that she was holding her hand and thinking that her hand's actually crushed. So, you know, this being, this thing, you know, Yellow Eyes, he seems to be patrolling David's memories. So I'm also thinking the boy from the book, you know, was the angriest boy in the world. I'm thinking that is also Yellow Eyes. I feel like that's just a different manifestation of Yellow Eyes. Like he appears in different forms. So as Sid is trying to, you know, get into that little hiding spot, you know, she looks back and the boy out of the book is kind of coming at her, and, you know, again, fantastic use of lighting, you know, as he's running through, it's all going red and it's like flashing red. But then as she's trying to turn the corner, you can see, you just start to hear something else. And I feel like in this episode I heard this this voice a few times, and this voice seems to be the yellow-eyed demons, because, you know, as she looks back, the boy from the book that's chasing her, it's actually the yellow-eyed demon. So, you know, it makes me think it's the same thing, just in different forms. And, you know, the other time I thought I heard that same voice, it was around the time young David was having this flashback to him trick-or-treating, and then he ends up going into someone's backyard and he sees the angriest boy in the world just standing there, and then in the background you can hear his dad reading the story, but as his dad's reading it, it starts to change, you know, the voice starts to change and it's something else, you know, so it sounds something sinister. I felt like that might have been the yellow-eyed demon, maybe, and because later on as he's laughing, it kind of sounded the same, you know, same type of tone. So yeah, it's really clear that this thing, the yellow-eyed demon, that seems to be appearing in a bunch of different forms. Now that's just my take, you know, I could be like totally off, but, you know, that's how it feels like to me at this moment. He's definitely attached to David, you know, yeah, he's definitely attached to him, and he does not like outsiders coming in and you know, snooping around in his headspace and trying to go back into his memories and see what, you know, all the things that have happened. And another thing, this is interesting because Ptonomy and the lady, again, I apologize, I can't remember her name, but, you know, they could see all the memories. You know, Ptonomy said, if this has happened, I can, you know, we're gonna be able to see it. But in the memory, as David's, you know, he starts to freak out and Yellow-Eyed Demon comes out, only he can see him. Ptonomy and the lady cannot see him, so that was not a memory. That was happening at the moment. In that memory, the Yellow-Eyed Demon was freely roaming in that moment. It was not him coming out in that memory, and only David could see him. So yeah, he's still active. You know, this thing is still active in there. And it's attached, and it's definitely attached to David. Here's the crazy theory of the day, or the episode. It really had me thinking, man. This episode really had me thinking. Is Lenny another manifestation of this yellow-eyed demon thing? And he's just appearing as, well, I say he, or it, or she. I don't even know what the hell it is. But, you know, or I kind of get the feeling that Lenny could be another form of him. Because, now I'll tell you why I think this. Remember as he's in that, he's in the lab and they're doing some more testing on him, you know, he's blanked. He's totally blanked out, and the guy can't understand, like, what the hell's going on because he's seeing that it's active. His brain's active and something's going on, but he's just, like, sitting there, you know, like, totally blank stare. So, again, in his headspace, right, he's having this one-on-one with Lenny. And Lenny, here's the thing, and Lenny doesn't seem to like any of this. You know, Lenny's like, oh man, screw all of this. You know, these people, they don't get you, or you think they're gonna try to fix you. And she tries to kind of like, you know, trigger him, and she's like, oh, your sister might be getting like gang raped right now, and like that's what the real problem is at this moment, not getting tested and all this. And one more thing, she called him kid. Twice she called him kid, you know, trying to get his attention. Again, that makes me think that she's been around for a long time, since he was a kid. You know, that's what I'm thinking here. So, and I also get the feeling that this yellow-eyed demon has been around since he was a kid. I don't know, man. I'm just getting the feeling that Lenny... I don't know, man. Is Lenny even a real person that everyone else can see? I know he's not crazy, but I do feel like it's a being that's attached to him, that only shows itself to him. But right after I say that, I remember that his sister came in and she could see Lenny, and she was actually actively, physically, like, trying to take the cake from her. So damn, fuck. I thought I had something going here, but yeah, you know, his sister definitely could see her. But you know, again, going back to episode 2, remember they're getting high, and like there's this really cool like sequence, you know, awesome music in the background, and what's his name, David, turns to his left and he sees a yellow-eyed demon for a split second instead of Lenny. So, you know, Lenny's not as clear cut as I thought she was, you know, in episode 1. Right. Okay, so I'm basically poking holes into my own theory now, because episode 1, she was, yeah, people could see her. People could definitely see Lenny in episode 1. She was part of that facility, and Sid even said, you know, I got your friend killed. So Lenny definitely existed in the physical form. But yeah, man, it feels like some of these memories are changing. Like, it feels like it's an active zone anytime they go in his mind, in his headspace. You know, these memories, well, especially at the end. You know, that's why I'm saying this, because at the end, that memory seemed really unhinged. You know, it felt like it's changing. Things are happening in there. Obviously, the biggest example of that being her hand getting crushed by the book in the memory. So there are things happening that are changing because of the presence of these people in them. And this episode, there's another one of David's amazing abilities at display. This is right after he's speaking to Lenny, and he just, like, something happens and everything's, like, you know, shaking, and Sid finds him just floating midair, you know, and that leads to kind of like an out-of-body experience, you know. He kind of projects himself and Sid into the room his sister Amy's being held in. So that was a really crazy scene, man. But one person could see them there. The Milky Eye guy, the Perm. He could sense them. He could sense their presence. Later on, I found out that he was part of the crew that kind of made that whole place Summerland. But he's kind of gone rogue since then. He kind of let the evil take over. They're in the therapist's office, and for some reason, she's the only one that can see any of these things going on. You know, like just stuff, like crazy stuff going on. She mentioned that she saw a flash, and she saw David. Again, you know, another mention of this flash. Patanomy mentioned the flash as well. In the same room, in that same room. Remember, he's like, oh, there's like a glitch, And he's like, there's a flash. But yeah, you know, it was interesting that only Sid could see these things, and she's like, oh, gotta get out of here, you know, but they were stuck in there. But, you know, the other two, Patanomy and the lady, could not see what Sid is seeing. So, and staying on that, another strange thing happened, you know, they're showing, it was a dream or a memory or something, and as it ends, it's Sid who kind of wakes up to it, not David. So that's kind of interesting, you know, Sid, and it definitely looked like she kind of got out of a nightmare. So to me, you know, it felt like she was seeing that. So I feel like there's some kind of attachment going on, you know. David and Sid, she seems to have more of a deeper attachment to him because, you know, she's seeing things in these memories or things that are changing, but that Patanomy and the lady cannot see. And then now she's seeing this nightmare, but it's like she's seeing it through David's eyes. So yeah, man, I don't know. Gotta keep my eye out on that. You know, one thing that still kind of bothers me about Sid is that in episode 1, you know how she sneaks into his room. They purposely showed us a shot of the door opening from you know, under the bed. You know, I never saw her feet. I couldn't see her feet, man. I remember that really had me going like, huh, what the hell, no feet. And you know, I kind of forgot about that, but like I just remembered, man, I couldn't see her feet, man, as she came in. Unless she was like floating in or something. Another fantastic episode of the show, man. It really keeps me guessing. It doesn't get stale for a second. It's just so engaging, so intriguing, man. I love this kind of stuff. This is and you know, more of the same on the technical side, more of the same psychedelic surrealism, amazing lighting, man. Oh my goodness, like some of the lighting is amazing. There's that one shot of David and Sid. You know, he's on one side and then Sid is on the other side, and like the lighting in that shot, oof, it was gorgeous, man. Actually, before I sign off, you know, there's a lot more of the love story, Sid and David. You know, there's a really sweet moment because she was able to finally, you know, even though it was like a dream or a flashback or memory sequence, young David a hug, and you know, a really sweet moment. So you know, I feel like she really does care for him, if indeed she is a real person. You know, I brought up the question of it being maybe just a mission of her trying to get him, you know, kind of seducing him, not seducing him, but like trying to, you know, get him to like her, all part of a mission so they can bring him to Summerland. But, you know, this really put me at ease in terms of, okay, she really cares for him. It's not just some bullshit mission. You know, and going back to episode 1, I couldn't even see her feet, so I don't know if that's a big deal, but I know to me it seems like a big deal. I couldn't see her feet. Yeah, I'm going back to episode 1, and that, you know, no feet has me a little bit, you know,